from the WYLN studios in Hazleton, Pennsylvania. WYLN Evening Edition at 5:30 starts right now.
Good evening. It's Tuesday, December 15th, 2015. I'm Ann Gownley. Luzerne County Council meets at 6 o'clock tonight and has to do something about the budget for 2016. If it doesn't, the 2015 budget remains in effect. The proposed budget up for consideration totals $294 million and includes an 8% tax increase. Council has already approved 5 amendments to the budget, totaling about $587,000 in cuts. It hopes to vote on an additional $10 million in cuts tonight. A known Hazleton drug dealer and gang member pleaded guilty to drug charges on Monday. 22-year-old Oliver Rivera was found carrying 1,000 bags of heroin when stopped for a traffic violation in June. Rivera pleaded guilty to 4 counts of possession with intent to deliver in front of Luzerne County Judge Michael Vo. There were 3 men inside a car Rivera was driving when Butler Township Police stopped it in June 10th. A search of the vehicle found a black shopping bag in the trunk containing 1,002 packets of heroin. Police also found several hidden in Rivera's rectum. He's scheduled to be sentenced on February 12th. Hazleton police are looking for a suspect in a stabbing. They've identified her as 38-year-old Stephanie Washington. She reportedly stabbed another woman at McKinley Street Park at 6th and McKinley Street Monday afternoon around 4:30 p.m. Police did not identify the victim but said her injuries were not life-threatening. Anyone with information is asked to contact Hazleton Police. As the state budget impasse drags on, several school districts have borrowed money or are considering borrowing money to stay afloat. Now, they may not be able to. Standard & Poor's has withdrawn its credit rating for Pennsylvania School District Aid and Interception, a system by which the state guarantees payment to bondholders when districts borrow money, thereby garnering better loan terms. The move could make borrowing prohibitively high or cut districts off from the debt market completely as investors become leery of lending. Standard & Poor's cited lack of faith in the state's payment stability and reliability in its release on the decision. In other words, Standard & Poor's no longer considers the Commonwealth a reliable source of income. Residents in Klein Township will not see a tax increase in 2016. Monday night, the Board of Supervisors voted to approve the budget for the new year. That keeps property tax at 10.8 mils. Supervisor Chairman Dale Westner said the 2016 budget is looking very good and they will have about $2,500 carrying over from this year. The budget will go into effect on January 1st. The Board of Supervisors will hold a reorganizational meeting on Monday, January 4th at 10 a.m. There's a potential buyer for the old Times Leader building in Wilkes-Barre, and that buyer has a potential tenant, the Wilkes-Barre Area School District. Penn Zeta Enterprises has submitted a letter of intent to buy the building on North Main Street. It has put down a deposit, and the school district may be interested in leasing the building. The building is close to Coughlin, which is being torn down, and the district is apparently considering it to house displaced students from Coughlin. It has also considered modular classrooms, but has taken no action. The board is considering a split scheduled instead. Board Solicitor Ray Wendelowski has confirmed the district's interest, but has not elaborated. The building had been listed at $1.3 million. The final GOP debate for 2015 will be held tonight in Las Vegas, and you can bet on some sharp words from front-runner Donald Trump and Ted Cruz. But here at home, what does Congressman Lou Barletta think about the field, and what does he want the next commander-in-chief to focus on?
It is a very important Republican debate. It's important for the country, as we hear all the views and plans on how each candidate will handle the job if they become the next president. But I think what's clear coming out of the Republican debates is that there's a strong sense that the next president needs to be strong on national security, something that I think Hillary Clinton will have a problem with in the general election. The fact that she was Secretary of State under President Obama. I believe the American people really want to see the next president make sure that Americans are safe here and any Americans are safe abroad, as we've seen more and more terrorists grow to the fact that they're right here on our own soil. So I think this debate is very important, but more importantly, the presidential election will be, I think, one of the most important elections of our lifetime.
The final debate for 2015 will be airing on CNN tonight at 8:30. The Salvation Army in Hazleton is reaching out to the public for help this holiday season. There are still times available to be a volunteer bell ringer at the Hazleton Walmart on Airport Road. On Saturday, December 19th, the following times that are available are up on your screen now. Anyone interested in helping out the Salvation Army collect money for the Red Kettle Drive is asked to call Linda at Alan Whitaker's office at 570-455-9500. Time now for a first look at our forecast. A sunny day compared to all the rain that we saw yesterday. But will the warmer temperatures for December last much longer? Chief Meteorologist Joe Garbacik is in the Weather Center with the details. Joe, I hear we may see those winter temperatures greet us this weekend.
Yeah, that's right. We will start to see some colder temperatures as we head into this upcoming weekend, but in the meantime it's been relatively warm across our area, but again, really not much going on. A couple of sprinkles as you head up toward upstate New York. That pretty much is about it for our area. Really not much going on whatsoever. Temperature-wise, still not bad for this time of year, and these are high temperatures, primarily yesterday. Temperatures getting up into the 60s, some areas near 70 degrees. But temperature-wise right now, they're still not bad. Above average, 45 in New Angola, 50 degrees in Berwick, and 49 degrees in Bloomsburg. 7-day forecast coming up in just a few. Ann?
Thanks, Joe. Coming up next, a local food pantry was given a large donation today thanks to the Weatherly Police Department's fundraiser. Plus, a look at what Congressman Lou Barletta has to say about the San Bernardino shooting. Stay tuned. More news is headed your way only on WYLN.
You're watching WYLN News with Ann Gownley, Gary Perna, Julie Stefanovich, Paula Degnan, Chief Videographer Mike Lula, Weather with meteorologist Joe Garbacik, Sports with Eric DeBerardinis and Gabriella Justin.
Everything worthwhile is worth waiting for. A very old saying that Angelo and his wife Anna live by. At Angelo's Italian House, they prepare the tastiest of dinners and lunches on the premises. Everything lovingly made from scratch with the tastiest ingredients. Serve 4:30 to closing Tuesday to Saturday and all day Sunday. Call now, 454-9364, to book your parties, business meetings, or any other occasion. Or just stop in for a good homemade lunch. Angelo's Italian House, 695 Alter Street in Hazleton. Buonissimo.
Are you tired of your old car? Independence Toyota Scion in the Airport Beltway in Hazleton has an incredible spring savings deal for you. It's Chris Stash's Cash for Clunkers time. $3,000 minimum pre-owned trade-in allowance. Chris doesn't care if you push that old clunker in, pull that tired old clunker in, get it there any way you can and trade it for a car you'll love to drive. Over 80 pre-owned vehicles are available, all inspected, detailed, and ready to go. Independence Toyota Scion in Hazleton for exceptional service, the best selection of vehicles, and a minimum trade-in allowance of $3,000 for your clunker. Stop in and see Chris and his friendly team today.
You've lived with it for too long. That recurring joint or muscle pain that makes everyday tasks a strain and repetitive movement almost impossible. Why put it off? The sooner you seek treatment, the more options you'll have. The faster you'll be back in full stride. The latest non-surgical solutions. The region's only nationally ranked program. That's Orthopedics in Action at Lehigh Valley Health Network.
It certainly was a successful food drive for the Weatherly Food Pantry by the police department as they delivered boxes upon boxes of food this afternoon. After weeks of collecting donations, the Weatherly Police Department was able to give money and food to the Shepherd Food Pantry this afternoon. According to Sergeant Michael Bogart, the department wanted to give back to the community and help those in need. He said the response from everyone was overwhelming.
I think it's only been about a month that we've been running the food drive. I think it's only been about a month. This year it's been just great, we just like society as a whole, how it is. It seems like everything's on a low, and we're just trying to get out there in the community and just build up the police department, the rapport, and just society in a whole, and just give back and do what we like to do, and make people feel good and get into the Christmas spirit.
Thanks to all the donations made, the Weatherly Food Pantry, located at the Zions Lutheran Church, will be able to put together 52 baskets for Christmas to give to those in need. Phyllis Martinson, a volunteer with the food pantry, has been with the organization for many years. She says giving back to the community is something that she loves to do and is extremely grateful for all the donations.
It really makes me feel that I can share food with other people, because I know there's a lot of people out there, they have a big family, maybe there's no mother, no father, but be able to share with them makes me good.
All of the donations made will stay in the Weatherly area to help those in need. Sergeant Bogart said by the amount of donations they received, it shows how much the community cares for one another.
I hope so, and like I said, the response for the food drive, for the gift cards that we're doing, and the adopted family it's amazing. It's absolutely amazing. I mean, we're not really the one doing it. We came up with the idea. It's everybody out there that's donating and taking the time to drop off the food or give the gift cards or buy the clothes and the presents. They're the ones that should be, celebrating. They're the ones that are doing all the work. They're the ones that are doing the amazing gift of giving.
The food drive may be over. However, you can still donate to the pantry at your convenience if you wish. The pantry is located at the Zines Lutheran Church on the corner of 3rd and Fell Street in the borough. The Weatherly Police Department hopes to continue each year collecting items for the pantry and helping those in need during the holiday season. Coming up next, Chief Meteorologist Joe Garbacik is back with a full look at our forecast. Plus, we'll hear from Congressman Lou Barletta on the mass shooting in San Bernardino. More news is headed your way, including sports, coming up here on WYLN. Stay
I just
tuned.
want to give a big shout out to our military throughout the world and thank them and wish them to have the happiest holidays. Everyone here at Eckley Miners Village wishes everyone viewing WYLN the happiest of holidays. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year.
Hi, I'm Paul Esposito from Victoria's Candies. Welcome to our new location at the Gateway Shopping Center in Edwardsville.
Our new location is loaded for the holidays with fresh fudge being made daily. You'll enjoy the taste and smells, but especially the price, because now through Christmas, all fudge is just $7.95 a pound. Our delicious homemade fudge is regularly $9.99 a pound, now on sale for just $7.95 a pound. Victoria's Candies, a holiday tradition since 1934.
Family owned and operated, the experienced professionals at Lehigh Tire have served the residents of the greater Hazleton area for over 55 years. From our full line of passenger, light truck, and commercial tires to our automotive services including tune-ups, inspections, oil changes, and alignments.
Every time I've ever done business here, they've been very polite, straightforward, and the job gets done quickly and right.
Find the right tire for the right price today at Lehigh Tire.
Well, we got some colder air coming into our area, and it's been pretty nice the last couple of days. Temperature-wise have been on the mild side, but things are going to start to change over the next couple of days heading into the weekend. Here's a look at the graphic for today, and you can see for yourself that we're bringing in some of that cooler weather across northeastern and central Pennsylvania, and it's even going to get colder as we head into this upcoming weekend for both our Saturday and Sunday. Looks like it's going to be well below average, and we may be struggling just to make it to the freezing point for daytime high temperatures. But nothing to show you live 35 Skycast Doppler except for the extreme northern part of Pennsylvania, a couple of stray sprinkles, but that pretty much is about it. Our live Lehigh Tire conditions outside our station in Hazleton, 44 degrees. And there you can see the winds averaging about 5 to 10, occasionally up to 15 miles per hour. 51 Wilkes-Barre-Scranton International Airport, 47 degrees in Mount Pocono, 45 in State College, 44 degrees in Pittsburgh and the Wyoming Valley area. Temperatures holding in the upper 40s to near 50 degrees. So again, really not much going on. A couple of clouds across our area. That pretty much is about it. Nothing to show you in terms of precipitation as we head through tonight and as we go into tomorrow. Things kind of quiet as we go into tomorrow night, and then as we go into our Wednesday morning and progressing through Wednesday, by the afternoon hours, another batch of some rain starts to move through, and after it does, it's going to bring in some much colder air across our area. Looking at the numbers going into our Wednesday evening and early Thursday morning, I notice temperatures generally for the most part in the lower 40s. So we can say goodbye to the mild weather that we've been having. Still not too bad as we head into tomorrow, but then once those showers come in, it's going to pave the way for a much colder weekend. Extended forecast looking like this, and what we can expect over the next couple of days. Here's what we got. 42 for tomorrow, showers about 45. And again, some of that rain, and then for the weekend, looks like it's going to be cold, but at least at this point in time, it should remain dry. Here's a look at our daytime Pennsylvania lottery numbers. The pick 2, 97, the pick 3, 161, and the pick 4, 4777. Pick 5 numbers looking like this, 68062, and its restaurant numbers 58, 23, 26, and 30. Stick around, we'll have a lot more for you coming up after the break.
If you haven't found the perfect fishing getaway, you haven't been to Captain's Cove. Located on Henderson Harbor in upstate New York, Captain's Cove offers a variety of accommodations to please just about anyone. The motel, also located on the harbor, offers a magnificent view. Enjoy free morning coffee, air-conditioned rooms, cable TV, and HBO. The cottage can accommodate up to 8 people with 3 bedrooms, a complete kitchen, washer-dryer, 2 full baths, air conditioning, an outside grill, and picnic table. Call us today for rates and information at 1-800-824-FISH.
Join us this week for a very special Christmas edition of Let's Talk Chiropractic. We've got some family friends and a very, very special guest. It's all coming up this week. It's Let's Talk Chiropractic with Santa. Join us.
WYLN is proud to announce a huge technical upgrade to our channels that will bring a better digital picture and expanded coverage area to viewers all over northeastern and central Pennsylvania. In addition to Channel 35.1 in Hazleton, you can watch a crystal clear picture in Berwick and Columbia County on Channel 47.1 and in East Stroudsburg on Channel 24.1. And we're proud to announce Pennsylvania's newest TV station, Channel 9.1 in Williamsport, serving Lycoming, Montour, Northumberland, and Union counties. Now more than ever, WYLN is your local network.
Today, Congressman Lou Barletta shared his thoughts on the attacks in San Bernardino with WYLN's Gary Perna.
The San Bernardino terrorist attacks are still weighing heavily on the mind of Congressman Lou Barletta. Barletta spoke today with WYLN about the failure of the FBI in Homeland Security.
Well, you know, San Bernardino is just another example of the failures of our national security system and the fact that we're not doing a good job making sure that people who want to do harm to Americans can't get into the country. And I've taken a very strong position that we need to put a halt on the refugee program, especially those from Syria and Iraq, for the simple fact that the FBI has testified that we have no system in place to be able to check the backgrounds of individuals on whether or not ISIS has infiltrated the refugee program. We shouldn't put the American people's lives at risk at a time when ISIS said that we are their #1 target.
Barletta said one of the biggest problems he sees is that the terrorists were able to come into this country legally.
Well, you know, again, we already know that terrorists have been able to enter our country through our open borders, which I've talked about for over 10 years. The risks by not securing our borders, and no one knows better than the people here in Hazleton who saw it firsthand. The fact that we do not know who's here, and there is 11 to 20 million people in the country illegally. Many have come on a visa legally and simply haven't gone home. There's a serious problem in how we do what is called vetting, checking the backgrounds of individuals who have come here legally through a visa, or knowing who's here from those who are here illegally, because we simply don't know anything about them.
The congressman said the FBI needs to start checking social media accounts.
We need to make sure that the FBI can certify that there is a system in place to check the backgrounds of individuals, whether or not they have any ties to any terrorist groups, whether or not they've committed any crimes, and that includes checking their social media, as we are now seeing the fact that Homeland Security is not looking into the social media of individuals who we are allowing into the country. Tashin Malik, the woman in San Bernardino, her social media was filled with what would have been incriminating evidence that she should not have been allowed into the country. So we need to do a better job, whether it's with the visa waiver program, where people can come from 38 countries without a visa, come into America, whether it's visa overstays, the fact that we can't track anyone, and whether it's simply just securing our borders to make sure that people can't come in here. The number one priority of anybody who's elected to federal office is to make sure that we protect the citizens here in America. And right now, the American people have no confidence that we're doing a good job.
Barletta said there needs to be a more aggressive approach to checking the backgrounds of immigrants that are coming in to this country. In Hazleton, for WYLN News, I'm Gary Perna.
Thank you, Gary. Coming up next, Eric DeBardinis is in with sports here on WYLN. Plus, Chief Meteorologist Joe Garbacek will have one final look at our forecast. Stay tuned.
Well, I'm Gary Perna from WYLN News. On behalf of my wife, Whitney, and I would like to wish everybody out there a very Merry Christmas and a happy and healthy New Year.
Join us this season for holiday programming on WYLN, featuring the Chef Lou Christmas, Holiday Traditions, Holiday Baking with Jen Yamola, The Sounds of the Season, From Saint to Claus, Hometown Holiday, The Your Life Christmas Special, Can Do Christmas, Polka Connection Christmas, and the Service Electric Wilkes-Barre Christmas Parade. Check out our website at WYLNTV.com for dates and times. WYLN, your home for the holidays station. Watch Off the Beaten Path on WYLN TV 35 and discover the Pennsylvania you never knew existed.
Last night, the start to the dual match wrestling season, with Hazleton visiting Berwick, and WYLN was there for full coverage. The Cougars captured a 51-21 victory over the Bulldogs, behind quick pinfall victories from Jimmy Hoffman and James Braumeier, adding several other wins by forfeit and picking up a decision victory from Steve Longazelle. In the losing effort, Berwick picked up victories from Travis Dent, Alec Talenka, Kyle Yule, Matt Mazuga, and Stone Force. You can watch Hazleton versus Berwick in its entirety this Saturday and Sunday at 1 p.m. One former local hoops player has been able to translate high school success to the collegiate level. Former Holy Redeemer Lady Royal Alexis Lewis is now at Iona College, and Monday was named the Metro Atlantic Athletic Conference Rookie of the Week. In the Gales Sunday win, the freshman Lewis tallied a career-high 22 points, including going 4 for 4 from 3. On the season, Lewis is averaging 9 points and 4 rebounds per game. At the MLB winter meetings, the Phillies parted with closer Ken Giles for a plethora of pitching prospects. New general manager Matt Klentak explains the thinking behind the move.
It improves our pitching up and down the system. Obviously, several of these players are big league ready. Some of them are a little bit behind. Some of them are a little further behind. But I think it improves our organization up and down. We hate to lose a player like Ken Giles. I've said all along we're trying to add good players, but in this case, this is an opportunity for us to add 5 starting pitching candidates to our system, to our organization, and improve the state of our organization moving forward. So I think this was an opportunity we couldn't pass up.
The Phillies actually with the lowest odds to win the World Series next season. The team with the best odds, the Chicago Cubs, led by manager Joe Madden, who will be back in his hometown of Hazleton starting tomorrow. All the fun starts on Wednesday with the Coaches Clinic, highlighted by many prominent baseball names. On Thursday, Madden will hold a press conference followed by a fireside chat. Then on Friday, the annual fundraising auction will be held at Genetti's, where Madden will be joined by some sports legends. On Saturday, Madden and his family will host a Christmas celebration at the Wiltsey Center that starts at 7 p.m. and is free for the public to attend. And finally, on Sunday, the traditional Thanksmas meal will be served at the Hip Center on 4th Street. Stay with WYLN as we bring you complete coverage of all the events. Stay tuned. Coming up, Joe Garbacik is in with a final look at the forecast.
The Victoria story's a glorious story, the sweetest that's ever been told. They found they were handy at making fine candy for family and friends to behold. Word spread through the land that Victoria's candies would one day be leading the rest. Now that day is here, for the facts are quite clear that Victoria's candies are best.
For over 25 years, Whitetail Preserve Shooting Range, 118 Boulevard Road, Bloomsburg, has provided professionally designed skeet, trap, and sporting clay fields. All stations are handicapped accessible with resident NRA certified shooting instructors on site. There are packages available to fit anyone's budget, restaurant and catering on site. Our facility is also available for weddings, business meetings, bachelor and private parties. Call 570-384-2314.
WYLN TV 35 has strong ties to the community, as evident in its commitment to important causes like the American Cancer Society and Helping Hand Society telethons. WYLN's commitment to northeastern Pennsylvania continues with a broadcast of Hazelton's Funfest Parade and both the Christmas and St. Patrick's Day parades in Wilkes-Barre. In the summer, we broadcast the Weatherly and Giants of Spare Hill flag, and throughout the year, we provide important community services through the broadcast of town meetings, school board meetings, election night coverage, and other events. WYLN, we're your local network.
Well, not much going on across our area, fairly quiet, and that quiet weather is going to stick around even as we head through tonight and as we head into the daytime hours of tomorrow. Temperature-wise, still pretty nice. Temperature still remaining above where we should be for this time of year, generally in the 40s, lower 50s, but enjoy these because by the upcoming weekend, it's going to get much colder. In fact, we probably won't even get out of the 30s for daytime high temperature. So overall tomorrow for our Wednesday, middle part of the week, things shaping up to be pretty nice across our area. Temperatures still above where we should be. Some showers out toward the west. They're going to start to head in our direction as we start going into our Thursday. And then after Thursday, it's going to bring in some much colder air as we head into this upcoming weekend. Here's a look at the extended forecast and what we can expect over the next couple of days. Well, temperatures still remaining above where we should be for this time of year over the next couple of days, and then you know what, we're going to have to deal with some colder temperatures as we head into the weekend. We're only going to be looking at temperatures generally in the 30s, some nighttime lows in the 20s.
Those nighttime lows are what I would have expected all December long.
Yeah, it hasn't been the case.
All right, sounds good, but at least no more outdoor for you.
That'll help me.
I don't think you need any more, and I don't think you can wear any shorts with his
not a good idea.
No, not a good idea, but you could have when it was nicer out.
Yeah, I'm going to try to stay as healthy as possible right now. If anybody out there has any cough remedies, please send them my way.
Yeah, WYLN us. I think you need to send it to the press box on Facebook. We've tried everything. We have the honey, the tea, all the medications we could think of for you, and what else can we do? That's all right. But, Joe, you brought the colder weather back, so it was nice, though, while it lasted. December 15th.
Yeah, we're not going to complain this time of year.
No, definitely not. All right, sounds good. And the Madden events are happening, and of course we will have a full coverage of that here in the news department, and of course in the sports department you'll be covering things all weekend, and we'll be able to see that in a...
Yeah, he's here for 5 straight days of events, starting tomorrow with that baseball clinic, which would be very exciting, and then kind of community-oriented events the following 4 days, and we'll have coverage on the news, and also we'll have a 30-minute special on Madden's appearance back in Hazelton starting next week.
And I know he loves coming back, and I know the kids especially love to see him and get to talk to him, and I guess now the new Cubs fans.
Yeah, how about that? The Cubs, I mean, it's December right now,
Right.
a long way to the start of the season, but they're the favorites to win the World Series, which is pretty exciting. It's not something we've been able to say when he's come
No.
back before. He's always had good teams, but not the World Series favorite.
All right, so I'm sure we'll be talking to him about that and, of course, that statistic
Absolutely.
for the Cubs. All right, have a good one, everyone.